All right, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. All right. So today we are on day 17 of our 316 series. And today we are in the special book of Esther. I'm going to give you a backstory. So Esther, which was Hadassah, right? And they later renamed her Esther because of where she was located. Um, she was a girl, right? And she had a cousin named Mordecai, and she was in the under the king Xerxes, who reigned from India to Ethiopia over 127 provinces. Okay, so but I think it was Ahasuerus. Ahasuerus. Yeah, I think that's how you say his name. Y'all can look at it in Esther chapter 1. So, nevertheless, but he was the king. He reigned from Ethiopia all the way from India to Ethiopia, and he over 127 provinces. So, he, needless to say, was a very important king. And so, nevertheless, he was looking for a wife. God put it to where Esther was taken into the palace, and he was chosen to be she was chosen to be his wife. And because she was chosen, she was actually Jew, but they changed her name to um, Esther so that they wouldn't know that she was Jewish. And so, nevertheless, there was such a time as this that Esther was born, because there was a man named Haman who hated the Jews because of his heritage, right? The children of Israel had killed his tribe and all of those things. Um, he did not like the Jews. And so, long story short, I really want you to read it. He actually had the king, and he was an advisor to the king. The king listened for him to annihilate all the Jews in the provinces in one day, to kill and destroy them in one day. And listen, today we don't have an Esther 3:16, but we have an Esther 3:15. And I want to read it for you today because I want you to go back and read the book of Esther, because after she fasted and prayed and all the Jews in the provinces fasted and prayed, they were saved. But I want you to see what happens. So this is Esther 3:15, and it says, the couriers went out impelled by the king's command while the decree was issued at the citadel in Susa. And while the king and Haman sat down to drink, the city of Susa was in confusion. Isn't that what the enemy wants? He wants you to be confused, scattered, and scared. But God says, for such a time as this, somebody was placed in your life. For such a time as this, somebody